Hey there you guys, it's Irene Lyon, and it is a super rainy Sunday here in Vancouver, BC, and I'm just inside doing some work. It's a day to make some soup and get stuff ready for the week. But I keep coming back to this story, and I'm not sure if I've shared it with you. I've shared it in some of my articles and writing, but I wanted to make sure I shared it with the camera on my vlog, so here it is. About a year and a half ago, I was at a conference down in San Diego, and I was talking to some people. It was a business conference. I do a lot of stuff to develop my business and learn how to talk about what I do and basically how to make a living doing this job. And I was talking to some people, and they also were individuals that helped people heal at the nervous system level. So if you're brand new to me, I work with people one-on-one, I do group programs, and I teach people how to get healthier in their nervous system, specifically their autonomic nervous system. But the whole human body is connected, so all of the nervous systems come into play, the muscles come into play, the heart, the lungs, our movement patterns, our habits, our memories, everything comes into play. So I was talking to this couple, and the man was the main, main practitioner. And I said, oh, that's awesome that you also work at the level of the parasympathetic nervous system. So I'll explain that in a second. And I said, do you teach the different branches of the parasympathetic nervous system? Because we have two branches to that system governed by something called the vagus nerve, and whether or not someone is in one branch or the other is going to dictate whether or not they heal properly. And I have found in my work with my students and clients that when I teach them the real intricacies of this system, of their parasympathetic, of their sympathetic, which is our fight, flight system, light bulbs turn on. People get it. We need to start with the education. That's my experience. He totally disagreed with me. He said, no, I don't think it's important to teach them any of the theory, because all they want is a good experience. They want to be told what to do and feel better and have more energy and all that stuff. And while I agree that people want to feel better, get rid of their illnesses, get rid of their mental blocks, emotional blocks, relationship problems, all that stuff, I think it was sad to me that's how we think often in the business world and in the health and healing world, that people just want to know that this special potion or this special 12-week program or whatever it is going to cure them and make me do it, and then I'll never have to think about it ever again. Here's the problem. We're at a time right now in the year, it's March, where people who have set New Year's resolutions are either struggling or they have already fallen off the wagon. And I believe it's because we never teach people how to really listen to their inner experience, to their inner selves, to the inner sensations, to the niggling thoughts and internal hurts that drive them to either not do a certain behavior or do too much of a certain behavior. So why am I talking about this? I wanted to tell you that story. I actually, when I heard that was his sort of motto with his clients, I actually politely, I said, thank you, good to meet you. I got up and I went and I sat at another table and met some other really great people. But here's the thing. I don't want to just give you a magic recipe. First of all, I can't. But what I want to do is I want to teach you, I want to educate you on your system, on your body system, because the bulk of us here, at least in the Western world, especially North America, Europe, Australia, those more affluent societies, we are struggling with illnesses and chronic sicknesses, mental, physical, emotional, that aren't because of massive stressors typically. Not the big kind of stressors that we saw back in the wars, etc. Of course, that's still going on right now, but most of us have these low-level traumas, these low-level stressors, past early adversity that's still haunting us. And in order to actually take those layers off, get to know them, heal them, and stay that way and keep turning over on our own without always needing help from the outside, from the external, we need to really understand what this system is. So that is the first piece I wanted to say. The second piece is, for some reason in our culture, our healing culture, our wellness culture, we like to put a band-aid on things. We like to do the quick fix. We like to, you know, just like that man at the conference, he just wanted to give people the end result, the result, not the process. And here's the thing. The nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, it governs your fight, flight, and freeze responses. The responses that get turned on when we have a stressor, when we feel threatened, when we feel helpless. The trouble is that those systems are meant to turn off at a certain time. They're meant to turn off as soon as the threat is gone. But because us humans have these very intelligent higher brains, we've created this way of bypassing and not coming out of those stress responses. We stay stuck on high, and over time, this creates toxicity in the system. It stresses the system out. It is chronic stress. And that then directly influences the other portions of your body that are governed by your nervous system, such as your digestion, your immune system, your hormonal release, your ability to sleep, your ability to connect and be with other people, to be empathetic, to love, to learn, to create. So the nervous system isn't just this thing that we can forget about. If we were living in a different kind of way of being, where we didn't have go lifestyles, chronic stressors, traumas that are very insidious, I've talked about those in other vlogs, I'll link them below. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have to worry about learning about this as much. But we've reached this point in our world where we actually have to start learning about it. It's the only way I can see forward. Otherwise, we're going to keep going through the calendar years. We're going to come back to January. We're going to try to set new resolutions, create new habits, create new lifestyle behaviors, go to the same therapies, etc., etc. But if we don't get into our systems, into this neurochemical, biochemical level, and learn how to feel, learn how to be with our emotions, learn how to struggle through the uncomfortable stuff and not take a pill or take a drink or take a smoke or go for another run. If we can't learn how to be with what is in our bodies and learn how to do it safely and intelligently, we're going to keep going through this whole cycle over and over and over again. So, I know this has been a bit of a rant. It might have been a little all over the place, but I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's a rainy Sunday. I've got a lot of this on my mind. I'm gearing up right now to release a new video training series in April 2016. It'll be called Healing Trauma. Real simple. And I'm going to go through what trauma is, how it gets stuck in the body, the different types of trauma, what neuroplasticity is, why we don't heal in the right order in our culture, and what you can do to help yourself heal from past traumas and toxic stress. I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this and you're not on my site, head over to irenelyon.com, sign up for some of my updates, sign up for this new upcoming training on healing trauma. It's going to be very comprehensive and give you that in-depth education, that knowledge that guy at that conference said wasn't important. I don't believe that it's not important. I've seen it with my own eyes. My clients and students, when they learn this at a very deep level, things change. They totally change. All right, bye for now, and we will talk to you hopefully on social media, on email, or maybe I'll see you in the next training series, video training series. Ciao.
Hey? So I have two cats that love the rain. Look at how wet this kitty is. It's hard to say. It's hard to see. But purring away, happy, so happy I think they were once dolphins. What do you think, Sid? Were you once a dolphin? And here's kitty number 2. My water babies, dolphin kitties. It's pouring rain outside. And this is Sylvester Cat. And he loves the rain. Look, there's even like needles in his fur. Yeah. Does anybody else have cats that love the rain like this?